I just wanted to speak from what I heard. I just feel like, the American dream is like the biggest lie ever told. And individualism is the reason why reparations ultimately will fail. And I want to explain. Yes, we are owed that debt. Yes, we should be paid that debt. That's full stop. I agree with that. However, the problem is that because we're sold the American dream and we're set in, and it's this false narrative that we can actually attain it. We're so busy spending our lives chasing this fake dream that we're never going to give into the idea to join a collective and build something of any significance because we're so busy on this hamster wheel chasing this fake dream. And I just feel like if reparations are going to be paid, like somebody said earlier in the panel, is that really going to change anything if we are not really educated on how to move forward with that money, with that opportunity? Because we're so invested in our individualism.
I don't think we have to be collectively together for reparations to get paid. That's not a requirement. I
Well,
don't
that's
I
not what
don't
I
need
said. I'm not
no, I
saying
know that's not what you said. I'm just
okay.
saying that I don't think that that's a necessity for reparations to be paid or for it to be successful amongst black people. Because if you in all seriousness, and I'm just going off of what I personally asked, and I've asked people across all creeds, all black folks across all creeds, no matter whether they was hood boogers or or um you know what I mean, you're financially
Them
literate
uppity niggas.
or them uppity niggas.
Right.
For the most part, most black people I've spoken to who said what they would do with their reparations is something that any normal person would do. They all talked about how they would either buy a home or buy land, or they would start their business that they've been wanting to start for a while, or they would pay off their loans, or they would pay off their homes. This is the things that, like, the first thing you would notice about black people when reparations is paid is normalcy. They would all get to a point of normalcy. They just trying to break even, just first and foremost. And then also to understand reparations ain't just one cash payment. Specifically, how the ADOS organization is trying to push it. What reparations is remedies that must encompass comprehensive financials, land, education, mental health services, a reparations protection program, which means that there has to be things put in place that protects our money. In addition, a new federal agency must be created to administer and oversee the program, including assisting participants with the verifying their eligibility. Reparations is much larger than just a cash payment because it goes on for decades, for generations. This is something that's going to be paid over generations, not just one group, one payment. This is a movement that's going to repair the entire for generations to come. So it's
The
much
Jews
bigger than
still
just cash payment.
the Jews still get 1.6 billion a year from Germany. You feel me?
So, so I think what the
Continuous.
lady's saying is interesting because if everybody's saying we got to fix the black community, we need to come together. But then you make an argument that when you get your money, everything you use your money for is for an individualistic thing. I'm gonna get my own land. I'm gonna get my own assets, my own properties. None of the conversations are, hey, we're gonna put all our money together and build a utopia or some shit like
But
that.
All right.
but
Nobody needs
Darwin
to
though,
do.
That's
look at it this way
exactly
though, bro.
what
Darwin,
I'm
look at it this way though, bro.
finish.
Why would we
Why
have
would we
to?
have to put it together at that point if we
Let
can
them
all
finish.
go buy a
The
building on the
fact,
same block?
the
We
Let
fact
them
can
that
do the
finish.
we
whole black hold on, we can do the whole Black Wall Street thing because now we all have the capital to do so. We can go and purchase. If everybody on this panel got a good sizable amount of bread and we all go buy our own
What
properties,
like you go
that's
buy a shit in the same
creating
neighborhood anyway?
that's what I'm saying. We
why do you
create
need to
we
act?
It would be we will all literally like think about it this way, Bruiser. Think of it.
All
Think
right.
of the panel as a black community, right? If all of us got reparations right now, we all started businesses and we all bought our house and we all paid off our debt or whatever. Us as a panel would become the richest, most we become the richest, most financially stable black community and we didn't even have to come together. It would just be that way. Somebody would, a black person over here would
Because we
start
had
their own grocery store.
Yep.
Some people would come together and be like, hey, look, I got my check. You got your check. Hey, let's come together and start a grocery store. Then there'll be a grocery. Like, say, for instance, you and Trev would start the grocery store. I have a chain of barbershops. Law will have a bunch of properties that he owns. JR would own the.
Sweetie,
But no,
you see how you going on and on? Y'all didn't even
no,
let him finish.
dang,
two
my God,
sentences.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
cutting him
they
off.
gonna
Let him
run off
I
with
finish.
it.
didn't cut anybody off.
You not stop talking. Like, let him finish.
I didn't cut anybody off.
He
are you
asked the
done,
question
Darwin?
and we
asked
answered.
Yeah,
the
but
He
question.
y'all
said,
just jumped it.
Y'all keep jumping in. It's like a
you
2-on-1
asked.
all night.
So here's my thing: when you
It's
ask a
not
question,
respectful.
ask the question so it can be answered. Stop asking philosophical questions.
So now
Do
you
you want
want
me
us
to
to
answer
ask
the
our
question,
questions
or do
based
you
on
want to just
your
keep talking on
principles
the run
and
on?
Y'all
No,
don't
it's
even
not that. It's
agree.
just that it's confusing because I thought you were asking a question, so we was answering it. But if you was just being hyperbolic, you know what I mean? I thought you was really asking a question. I was just trying to answer it.
Well, then
But
once y'all let
if you wasn't done talking,
once
then
y'all let
hey,
Darwin say what his intentions were.
here's the thing though. If I understand what y'all saying respectfully. But just think of it like this: if I ask you for a glass of water, give me a glass of water. Don't just keep pouring and the water just coming out of the side out of the cup and spilling on the table. Because that's when y'all answer questions. That's typically what y'all are doing. Y'all are over answering the point because there are times where we ask a question to make one point that actually fills in a void to get us to finish the rest of our point. So we only need what's necessary to finish the rest of our point. Y'all kind of understand what I think there's a term for that.
I
But
don't.
so all right, well let me just continue. So the reason why I wanted y'all to answer that question is the very thing that y'all argue as the reason why we can't come together is that we need reparations so we can come together and be a unit. And then when you get the money, you say, why do we need to come together?
That wasn't our argument at all.
But what I'm saying is, instead of going out and spending your money on your individual agenda or individual things, wouldn't it be to come together as one unit, as a powerhouse, to say, we got all our checks. This is what we're gonna do. We gonna spend our money intentionally on in one way, in a structured way, to where it empowers our economic stability or journey or whatever.
Okay, Bruiser. The problem is that one, you're assuming that we said that. We didn't say that the reason why we can't come together is because we don't have reparations and we need reparations to come together. That was never our argument. We said that there is no coming together because we simply don't have the money. So you can't repair. Hold on, wait. Let me finish because you're throwing your hands up. You're saying that the solution is to come together and pull all our money together to get ourselves out of the situation that we're in. My response to that was, you don't get out of that situation that we're in by doing that. You get it by getting reparations. That's the solution to fix the racial wealth gap and to fix Black folks' financial woes and us being set back is reparations. Now, to answer your question, Black folks wouldn't need to come together and pull our money together if all of us got our just dues. We would literally just create the community just by doing the things that we would normally do. Start our own businesses, build our own homes, buy our own land. We would literally be in, like most Black people would buy amongst Black people. Then we would start to shop with other Black people. It would just like every other community.
No, giving you more money is not going to make you turn and buy from Black people.
Darwin, you just agreed when I said it the first time, bro. You just agreed when I said if only 40% of Black folks did the right thing with their money, will we be in a much better position?
I didn't. First of all, I didn't answer that question.
So that gives credit to the. It gives credit to what I was saying about the whole fact of if only 40% of us does the right thing, we be in a much better position because you can't determine what everybody else is going to do with their money. However, we know if you have a large chunk of us that can start building a better future for ours with the financial gain that we have just accumulated, that gives us the opportunity to really build something. But we've never had that opportunity because we've never gotten what was owed to us. So even if 60% of our people fuck off their money and do whatever with, even if only 40% does what we should, that's going to create that economy. And we'd be even a much better position than Black Wall Street, as you spoke of, right?
No, we won't.
I
Oh,
Okay, hold on, y'all.
I just want to
DJ was
say
trying to go
something
in there.
really quick. I really disagree because I think that that logic would only be effective if we were the majority. But unfortunately, we make up about 10% of the US population. So even if half of us did what you're saying you think we would do, accumulate property and businesses and what have you, it still would not be enough to move the needle in the conversation we're having, which is it going to ultimately change the trajectory of our community? I don't think so because, listen, Mexicans come over here, Asians come over here with nothing. And it's not the money that they have that moves them forward, it's their mentality.
thank you.
Asians don't come over here with nothing.
Who?
They
Hold on.
do. They come over
Can we
here.
No,
appreciate
They
what you
come
just
over
said?
here, and as I don't know who was talking about segregation earlier, but they come over here and they self-segregate, right? Because every state in this country has a Chinatown, right? They come over here, they segregate. They only bank with their banks. They only eat in their communities. Their dollar gets recycled dozens of times over before it even leaves their community. As a matter of fact, they extract money out of our community, take it in their community, and recycle it over and over and over and over again. And that doesn't have anything to do with them getting large sums of money at a time. It has more to do with their tenacity, the culture that binds them together, and their consistency.
no,
Thank
but
you.
that's the thing though.
But that's
Thank
The
also
you.
Asian,
incorrect
the
because you
Asian.
also have to remember
God
that they come
damn.
over, they also get grants, and they also have the
Oh,
ability to open up
And
businesses together. They come from a same set. Basically, they understand that they are one. They have to work together, and they have a continuous distrust of everything around them. So they are going to connect. They have these areas where they actually can own those buildings. Not only that, it defeats the whole point when you say that because they're a much lower percentage of the population than we are, right? So if they have a little bit of money and they can build those communities, you don't think if we were able to get what is owed to us that we'd be able to have even greater things and a greater community? That's
I
crazy.
agree with you.
but,
It's a mindset. You got to have a mindset of like, you know what, we're going to forget about everybody else and we're going to focus on ourselves. And we're going to it's like how you start something small, it's how you do something big. If we start doing it now without reparations, imagine when you do have it. You got to have the behaviors and the mindsets in place.
Yeah, it
and
goes
and it's
I
back.
a
think
shame.
I
It's
think
a shame. It's a shame
I
that
think
the first thing y'all said y'all would buy when y'all that y'all assume black people will buy
Well,
when they first get their money is from
is
other races when they
it,
get
it,
reparations.
it,
Y'all
Who
it,
said that
said
what
they
did
it,
I
were
that?
say?
going to go
What
and
did I
buy
say that they were
We
houses.
said land.
Yeah,
buying the
y'all would have
houses from other races?
y'all said y'all were going to buy. Y'all were going to purchase things, but
We
whatever.
said land and businesses.
Well, but
So
shouldn't we
so
set
what?
up black businesses to buy from? So when
That's
reparation
what
does
black
come
people would
in,
do with their money. Then you would have a black business to buy from.
I'm
perfect.
saying set it up
Uh,
first, and then everybody's like, we're going to go ahead and strategically spend our money with
Thank
these
you.
several
That's
companies.
really what black
And
folks would do. That
what?
No, that's not what they
you
do.
bought if
Every
Ruth
time
bought
black
the
people
business,
got money,
if
they
Ruth
spent it in a different
no
race.
if Darwin, if
PPP
you bought
loans or
your
whatever.
business and
Bullshit.
Law
Hey,
bought his business and I bought my business and Casey bought her business and we're all in the same, we're in this community, we in the Lapeef JR community, we would literally start buying from each other.
We live in
That's
different
literally
places, though.
you
We go
no
to white
no no.
this is
suburbs, so we
Hold on, wait,
going.
hypothetical,
no,
Ruth.
Ruth,
This is
Ruth, it's hypothetical.
hypothetical.
Use
No,
think
that's
of
not what would happen.
hold on. Yes, it would.
Why
I
wouldn't
will.
it?
I
That's
will
what
Why
let.
happens
wouldn't it?
now.
That is
I
not what
deal
would
with
happen.